It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchenland USA, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair and Waterproofing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey there, good morning to you on Tuesday. Hope you had a fantastic Labor Day weekend, a long weekend. The weather was pleasant, I guess one would say, wouldn't they?
I think so.
Yeah. It was,
my vote is
cool
yes.
weather.
I don't know. Actually, though, if you were on the lake, you might have wished for a little bit more sun.
Was it yesterday wasn't a great lake day, but
Yeah.
any day on a lake is a pretty good day. So
Yeah.
at any rate, I'm glad to be back. We got some news to tell you about this morning.
All right. It is taking city leaders longer than they expected to get all the debris cleaned up after the big storms that hit back in April and June. Crews have been working to load branches and storm debris and then get it hauled away from people's yards. Still, though, a lot of homes that have not yet been picked up from. Already, though, crews have hauled off 1,800 dump trucks full. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Lots more to go, though. Today, crews are hitting the final areas of the city that have not been picked up yet. If you still need your yard cleaned up, make sure that you get the limbs to the curb. They will pick it up from there so crews can grab it. Also, a tree removal company that is contracted by the city is helping property owners with larger trees and debris. You've likely heard of a kids game called Ding Dong Ditch. It was in the news in Springfield not that long ago, maybe a month ago, and did not have a tragic ending in Springfield like it did this past weekend in Houston, Texas. Now, this is where kids go ring a doorbell late at night and then run away. Well, in Houston, an 11-year-old boy was killed on Saturday night around 11 p.m. as a homeowner came out and shot and ended up hitting the kid. So it's actually very likely that the homeowner is now going to be charged with murder in the case. But either way, even if justice is served, so to speak, the boy is gone. So reminder to talk to your kids about not playing that game no matter what, because you just never know what a homeowner might do.
So many one decision that led to other decisions, and so many lives are forever changed as a result of that. That is awful.
It was in the news in Springfield, gosh, maybe 2 months ago over the summertime. A homeowner ended up getting in a fight with a kid who was not as young, not an 11-year-old, and he also didn't have a gun. But just imagine that. I feel like that could have happened anywhere because you don't know whose door you're knocking on. So not worth it. Terrible.
You recall 58% of voters said yes last year to Proposition A, which expanded Missouri access in Missouri to paid sick leave for employees. Now, though, the legislature has repealed that. They're allowed to do that through the legislature. So that means some 730,000 Missourians who gained access to paid sick leave with voter approval will no longer get it, not necessarily. As they won't get it by law is what I'm trying to say. It has been repealed. Many lawmakers didn't think that was the right thing. Many employers say they plan to offer it anyway. Governor Kehoe and many Republicans say that it should not be mandatory, but should be an optional benefit. They call it a job killer and say if a worker's unhappy with their benefits, find a different job that has benefits you like. With the fight, another group has formed, though, to try to make it more difficult for the legislature to even be able to legally overturn any voter-approved laws, because they can do it. It's not that easy, but obviously they were able to get it done in this case. Then there's this new monument coming to Springfield for Route 66. Yeah, it's going to celebrate the birthplace of Route 66, which, of course, happened in Springfield. It should be completed and installed by April 30th of next year, because next year is a big year. Springfield is hosting the 100th anniversary of the Mother Road. It's going to be an international celebration, and it's going to happen, part of it at least, right here in Springfield. Visit Springfield, which formerly was the Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau, received $1 million from the state to manage the project. The monument will be placed in the middle of St. Louis Street, just west of Glenstone, near, of course, the Best Western Route 66 rail haven, which screams Route 66 like not many other things do.
Right. Okay. Some areas of the Ozarks got a little bit of rain over the weekend, not very much, but Springfield is still in drought. In fact, August marked the driest August on record. We measured 0.19 inches of rainfall for August. In September, Springfield typically gets about 4.5 inches of rain, almost 4.5. So we'll see what we are in store for this month. But stay tuned for Wake Up Weather with meteorologist Abby Dyer. She can kind of tell you where we're headed, but we have a lot of catch up to do after what was a very wet spring.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true.
Springfield favorite restaurant, Nearly Famous Deli, which is on South Glenstone, has new owners. The new owners say they weren't really looking for a restaurant, but here they are. And now they're excited. The menu is going to be the same as it has been for about 50 years in business now. I think it's 50 years next year. So good for them. That's exciting.
Yeah, good for them indeed. Hey, real quick, I want to tell you where I was last week. I was down in the Atlanta area, just about, 45 minutes to an hour north of Atlanta, a little town called Cartersville. And that is where Convoy of Hope opened up a brand new regional distribution center. So it's a big warehouse down there, office space for some employees. I think we have 10 down there. Some of the fleet of U.S. disaster vehicles are already stationed down there because Convoy spends a lot of time down there during hurricane season, whether it's the southeastern coast or the Gulf Coast. We're down in that area a lot. So the thinking was that if you put it in that area of Atlanta, you'll be far enough kind of outside the hurricane zone where you don't have to worry about catastrophic damage, knock on wood. So to keep the stuff safe, and then our team will be able to fly down and get in the trucks and take off for the hurricane zone or whatever disaster zone there is. It'll cut the time in half, the travel time. So that's really great. Got to do some Atlanta TV down there while I was there. Got to MC the dedication ceremony. So there are about 400, 500 people there for that. So it's a great event, and it's exciting because it happened the day before the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. And Hurricane Katrina was obviously a horrific catastrophe that everybody remembers, but it really was instrumental in forming Convoy of Hope as far as disasters responses go, the way that Convoy operates now. And if you're interested, I shot a podcast with Lisa Rose for Convoy of Hope, talking to our founder, Hal Donaldson. He's the current president as well. And we talked to a guy that we helped down there. He's a pastor of church. So as he was leading his congregation and really raising up to help his town, Convoy of Hope was helping him. So we talk about that. You can find that at convoyofhope.org. So that was cool. That was last week. And I am glad to be back in the Ozarks. It was, I think when I was there, I was blessed with good weather down in Atlanta, because this time of year it can be a little steamy down there. I don't know if you've heard that. But it was, I was watching the news in the morning, headed into the office down there, and they said it was the coolest August morning in more than a decade down in Atlanta. So it worked out well.
That's awesome. Good timing.
It was good. Yeah, it was nice. Hey, if you like food trucks, we're going to give you a heads up on this. It's a little ways out, but, who doesn't love food trucks? You may want to plan for this. The 11th Annual Missouri Food Truck Festival and Competition is taking place a week from this coming Saturday, September 13th, out at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. Free to get in. Of course, you'll have to purchase any food that you want to try, but a lot of food trucks will be there from 11 a.m. to 7 in the p.m. On September 13th at the Ozark Empire Fair.
All right. And a little bit before that, we first of all have to tell you about the movie matinee, which is tomorrow. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers happening at 2 p.m. This is at the Gilloys. So check it out at the Gilloys. Just show up. It is cheap to get in. In fact, you can get in for as low as $10, and that could get you a popcorn and a drink as well. So check that out tomorrow, the movie matinee at the Gilloys. And then this weekend, if you can believe this, it is already the Japanese Fall Festival happening at the Japanese Stroll Gardens.
It's our
Pretty
first
crazy.
fall festival, isn't it?
I think so. It's the first one we've talked about. There might have been one no, you're right.
Labor Day weekend?
Because Labor Day would be the unofficial end of summer. So this is the first. This is indeed the first. But that is happening on Saturday the 6th from 11 a.m. until 10 in the p.m. So check that out on Saturday. Always a good time. And kind of hard to believe, yes, that it is the season is upon us.
Well, that means it's also football season. The season is upon us. So we're giving away, if you go to Around the Ozarks, we're giving away a contest, or we're giving away tickets all throughout the season. So this is what's happening this week. We are offering 2 tickets to see the Chiefs take on the Ravens at Arrowhead on September 28th. So this month coming up, you can check that out. All you have to do, go to aroundtheozarks.com and enter to win by submitting a photo wearing your Chiefs gear out and about somewhere in the Ozarks. So you can't be in your basement. We want to get you out there seeing people.
The idea is to be around the Ozarks.
Yes, see people out in the world. So submit a photo, you wearing your Chiefs gear, you and your family, whoever, out and about around the Ozarks. And we're going to give away tickets, 2 tickets to the Chiefs Ravens at Arrowhead on September 28th. We thank you to our sponsor for the Ozarks Kingdom Country sponsor, Sigwo Arms. We are grateful for them locking arms with us and helping us give away these great Chiefs tickets.
Different kinds of arms that they're locking.
That's true.
Arms
you want them on your
nonetheless,
side,
though.
That's
Arms
right.
Nonetheless.
Arms.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning. Short work week. So that's exciting. Yeah.
That's nice.
Good
Feels
news
like
for
Monday,
everybody.
but it's Tuesday. That's a
All
winner to
right.
me.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubosh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Hey everybody, welcome to your Tuesday. It's a short week in the Ozarks. That's always nice. I hope you had an enjoyable Labor Day holiday weekend. Unusual for us to be so cool, but I hope you had a chance to enjoy those cooler than normal numbers and even got a little rain shower for the lucky folks across the Ozarks. Rain chances today look very similar to where they were yesterday, just kind of intermittent in nature. So not everyone guaranteed to see a rain shower today, but it's certainly possible. If you do get some rain, I don't think it lasts all day. Just a brief little shower, not a ton. It won't fill up the rain gauge, but we'll have isolated shower chances in the forecast today. That continues in the forecast this afternoon. Numbers this morning, they're near 60 degrees. We have some cloud cover out today, and I'm expecting partial cloud cover through the course of the afternoon. I do think that high temperatures today will climb and be a little bit warmer than yesterday, with highs approaching the low 80s in most communities. And then there's about a 30% chance for a few afternoon showers, perhaps a rumble of thunder, but I don't expect much in the way of thunderstorms and no severe weather across the Ozarks today. Intermittent showers are possible. That's what I'm calling it as we head through the rest of your Tuesday. And then I think skies dry up quite a bit as we head into Wednesday. There will be an opportunity for heavy rainfall today across portions of Kentucky, all the way back into Tennessee and Mississippi. That's where the excess of heavy rain is for us in the Ozarks. We're very close to a low pressure system, so we will have just kind of some scattered rainfall, but nothing that is too organized. Warmer weather is then in the forecast for us on Wednesday. In fact, tomorrow, there could be some folks that feel hot again. Pool's still open. Tomorrow would be a good pool day if you're just extending this holiday weekend into the rest of the week. I do expect high temperatures tomorrow to climb into the mid 80s, maybe even the upper 80s in a few places with mostly sunny skies. Tomorrow night, then our next cold front comes through, and this one looks to provide kind of a reinforcing shot of cold air. We are going to see our numbers tumble down again as we head into Thursday. High temperatures fall to the 70s once again, and then it looks like we'll warm it back up for the weekend. So a bit of back and forth with the temperature as we look at the next several days. Opportunities for showers in the forecast today. I think the best chance for rain is going to be south of I-44. High temperatures, though, will land either side of that 80-degree point. Even warmer tomorrow, a small chance for rain overnight on Wednesday as that powerful cold front comes through, but it's going to knock our temperatures down into the 70s for highs by the time we get to Thursday. So that is going to feel like a nice welcome change in our forecast. Around the country, here's what's making headlines. It's cooler than normal temperatures for much of the eastern and central United States. At the same time, heat expands and intensifies across the Pacific Northwest. We've also got potentially some record-breaking high temperatures for the Pacific Northwest as we head into the rest of the week. Strong and powerful cold front is going to be dropping south out of Canada by midweek. And I'm expecting that to bring showers and thunderstorms along with very cool temperatures to the northern plains. And then we'll feel the effects of that cooler air here in the Ozarks. As I mentioned, our cool down happens for us on Thursday. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you before the Labor Day weekend was this: in which year was Labor Day first celebrated as a national holiday in the United States? And the options were A, 1882, B, 1894, C, 1901, or D, 1925. This was a bit of a trick question because Labor Day has been celebrated since 1882, but it was first celebrated as a national holiday, which was my question, since 1894. It was Grover Cleveland who declared Labor Day a national holiday, and that did not happen until B, 1894. So congrats if that was your guess. Here's the trivia question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Which famous structure known for its role in aviation history was officially opened in the month of September of 1910? Do you think that was A, Kitty Hawk Airfield, B, Mineola Airport, C, the Wright Brothers Aerodrome, or D, Huffman Prairie Field? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. I sure appreciate you listening this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day in the Ozarks today. Temperatures are going to be either side of 80 degrees with isolated rain chances around. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Gruba Chevrolet. I'll be back to chat first thing tomorrow.